All right, good morning, everyone here at Freedom Station 2. This is the Warrior Foundation Freedom Station Give-a-thon. We are trying to, again, collect money. We have, of course, those donations coming in on the phones. 619-578-2615. You can also donate really easily at warriorfoundation.org. This is a really unique opportunity to help the men and women of the armed services. Again, those who may have been injured or ill get home for the holidays, or maybe even send their family to them. Now, the Warrior Foundation, though, their work extends beyond, of course, the holidays. We know that the Freedom Station 1, Freedom Station 2 here, they host a lot of those veterans who are just recently discharged, who are maybe going through medical treatment or maybe just adjusting back to civilian life, who get that help. I want to bring in Dana here. Dana, you have been here with the Warrior Foundation. Tell us a little bit about your story and how it is that you became connected with the Warrior Foundation.
I became connected with the Warrior Foundation back in 2023. So I got injured in 2021. I was stationed out on the East Coast, got brought over here, and ended up with a leg that didn't work after I broke my foot. Once I went through all the things that I could do to try to repair it, they told me my final option was amputation. I heard about Warrior Foundation and their accessible housing and their ability to put us in a nice place that I could get around in while I was stuck in a wheelchair or on crutches. And they took us into the Legacy House temporarily, and it just became like a family to me. I decided to, get a cottage here to help me transition out, and they helped me through my entire amputation and everything in between.
What does it mean for you to see again? Obviously, this is a nonprofit that is working directly with our warriors, but these are, again, people who are extending that help, extending that hand. What does that mean for you?
I mean, it means the world. All of us, those of us that have come through the program before, those of us that are still utilizing the program, there's never going to be a shortage of service members that are ill or injured that need that assistance, that want to go home, that want to be with their families but can't. And this program just makes it easier to get through that tough time.
What would you say that the folks at home who are going to be able to donate, who are going to be able to give, being able to see your family on the holidays, for people who get to see their family routinely, explain how it is for our service members to be able to get that opportunity, especially when they're injured, as you said, or ill, to be reunited with their family, what that does for them.
It's the biggest morale booster. Part of healing is being happy, getting through that that hard time of the healing of your body. You're stuck in that bed, you can't do what you want to do, and then on top of that, you're here alone, and it's Thanksgiving, it's Christmas. It's not fun for anybody. Nobody wants to be alone on the holidays, but getting those service members back to their families or their families out to them gives them that hope, gives them that push they need to continue through the healing process and keep their head up while they're doing it, 'cause it's not always easy to do that.
And just so that we can maybe even get more into your background, which branch did you just serve in for how long?
I was a Marine. I am a Marine. 18 years. Yeah.
18 years. Again, so all that service, thank you so much, first of all, for that. And thank you so much for sharing. Happy holidays. We know it's going to be a great one here at Freedom Station 2. And one more time, if you have anybody that you would like to specifically thank, or maybe anybody you want to send a quick shout out to.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Warrior Foundation for everything they've done for me. I'd like to thank my wife and kids. Without them, I wouldn't be here. And without this place, I wouldn't be here. So thank you.
Awesome, Dana. Well, thank you so much for sharing, and again, for everything that you do. And guys, there are so many stories like Dana's that the Warrior Foundation specifically gets to work with each and every day. This is a mission that's 365 days a year. We're at this Give-a-thon now because we're trying to connect these warriors during the holidays, but this is work that goes on all year round. We, of course, have our reindeers here. This is holiday themed because this is the holiday Give-a-thon, so this is going to be our call bank. So when you call 619-578-2615, you will reach, of course, one of these operators. You'll be able to hear what it is that the Warrior Foundation does. You'll be able to chat with them, and maybe you have someone on the other end who was specifically touched by the Warrior Foundation, who was helped, who maybe spent time here at Freedom Station 2 or maybe Freedom Station 1. They'll be able to tell you about how it is that the Warrior Foundation helped them specifically. Maybe it's a volunteer who's coming out here on their own time who was so moved by the story, and then maybe next year you're moved to do the same. So this is a really unique opportunity here at the Give-a-thon. It's one of the best things that we get to work with each and every year, making sure, of course, that our warriors are sent home for the holidays or they're able to reconnect with their families during the holidays. So we are going to go ahead and show you that phone bank here real quick, and we are going to speak with some more of the representatives here from the Warrior Foundation in just a bit.
Sky, what 90s movie was that song featured in?
I don't really know, so I'm just going off one of the lyrics, and I'm going to say Waiting to Exhale.
All right, so what's great, of course, about the Give-a-thon is that there is an opportunity to meet so many people, and I want to bring in Mike here again, just to speak a little bit about, Mike, why you're here today, and maybe a bit of a special recognition here for some of those here at the Warrior Foundation, right?
Yes, I am. We're here to recognize Sandy and the Warrior Foundation for their 20 years of civic responsibility in the community.
And so I will let you take it away here if you'd like to go ahead and present this.
Thank you. I'm representing Founding Forward, formerly Freedom Foundation of Valley Forge, a national organization that champions civic responsibility and patriotism. And Sandy and the Warrior Foundation has clearly, over the last 20 years, been that model of civic responsibility. And I have this certificate here, Founding Forward, a future rooted in liberty, certificate achievement presented to Sandy Lemcooler in recognition of your efforts to ensure a future rooted in liberty for all. This 14th of November 2024 National Awards Program in the adult community category. And Sandy, it's an honor to work with you all these years, and this isn't a big enough recognition of everything you do, but hopefully it'll just be another reminder and a thank you to everything you do for your men and women.
Max, it's been amazing over the 20 years working with you. I remember the first day I called you and I said, Max, we need hats.
Yes.
You said, I got your back.
Yes.
But thank you so much for this. It's humbling, and I know that you work very well with our warriors. You give them purpose, you give them dignity, and with that they find success. It takes all of us, Max,
Yes,
not
it
just
does.
me. But thank you. I'm
You're very
truly,
welcome.
truly honored.
You're very
you have my
welcome.
heartfelt thanks.
Thank you,
you.
Sandy. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Sandy. And the certificate, and
Wow.
the award is called the George Washington Medal, and this is given by the national organization, the National Board of Directors, and that's your George Washington Medal to put up on the desk and the counter to remember and remind everybody of everything you guys have done for our warriors.
It will have a place of honor, not next to my husband's challenge coins, but
No.
on my desk.
Yes.
So thank you very, very much.
You're very welcome.
You've made my day. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Sandy.
Sandy, I have to ask. I could clearly see that this is something that has touched you. You're talking about 20 years of helping the men and women of our military. What does this moment in particular kind of bringing to your mind?
Actually, to be honest, I'm sorry. My family always raised us to do things that are meaningful and giving, and every day to make a change in somebody's life. I kind of feel like my whole family is here with me, and it's meaningful, and yet it's for the warriors. And it's kind of like a long time ago, your dad said, do something meaningful for warriors. I did. The end. That's kind of what I feel like. It's just an honor. And this is such a unique award coming from the adult community, coming from the founders. It's very fulfilling for me. It's been an honor to be able to help. A boot with a zipper, or a flight home, or a razor, or a cottage. I mean, how hard is that to make a change? And once you give them purpose, they find dignity and they find success. And that's what Max has always helped us to do too. So it takes a whole community. You too. You've been part of it a long time. So thank you all very, very much. Very, very touched. Thank you.
Oh, Sandy, thank you. And I just have to say, the work that you do beyond obviously today is so impactful. But can I just say, seeing you run around here non-stop, go, 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 the Energizer Bunny does not do enough to describe, because I feel like that speaks a little bit more about the bigger picture, right? You're not letting any little detail go by, because that's how it is that you work with the men and women, right? You make sure that every little thing is taken care of.
Like I said, how hard is it to get a boot with a zipper? Or if they need something like an ultralight wheelchair, whatever it is that's needed for them to be able to get to that success, get to that back to I'm a Mr. or a Mrs., not a Lance Corporal. How hard is that to do? As long as I've got the support of San Diego and donors, and I've got warriors on the phones right now waiting to answer a call from you. As long as I've got the support of the community, and they know I've never taken a paycheck, so 86% of every dollar goes directly to our warriors. And I will personally call people and tell them, oh, you wanted to donate 8 sheets of plywood. I send them the picture of the plywood being delivered. I want everyone to know we will be good stewards with their dollars, and without San Diego, this would not exist. It just wouldn't. So thank you. Thank everybody.
Well, thank you, Sandy, and thank you, Max, for allowing us to go ahead and share this moment. I mean, this is something that is so special and obviously so touching. So thank you guys so much for all of the work that you do. And San Diego, this is a call to action right now because this is the Give-a-thon. So this is an time for you to make a difference, to join the work that Sandy and Max are doing here to help these men and women. And it's just this simple. 619-578-2615. Get connected with one of these warriors behind the phones right now. They've got their reindeer ears, yes, because of course, their antlers, because yes, this is the holidays. We're talking about using this money to connect, of course, these warriors with their families, be it at home or sending their family to them. So, as we know, the theme here has been that we've been getting these cowbells to get excitement going. But here's the thing, everybody's on the phone right now. I see everybody with a phone in their hand. That is a great sign. That means that we will be hearing those cowbells in just a moment, because what is happening right now is donations are coming in. And it's not just the phone. If you're watching this right now, hey, there we go. Let's get those cowbells. 1, 2, 3, 4 donations coming in here. WarriorFoundation.org. That is also another great resource. Another one, 5. We got it. We got it. We are counting them up, and we are watching that money start to add up. WarriorFoundation.org. That is another great resource that you can use. It doesn't just have to be, again, on the phone. If you're busy, we understand. WarriorFoundation.org. Another great opportunity as well, too. We are going to go ahead and show you all the ways that you can donate here real quick, and we'll be back with yet another story in just a couple minutes. right, welcome back, everyone. I just would like to point out that on top of the reindeers, of course, as we know, Rudolph is front and center, and we do have Rudolph here leading the charge of our reindeers that will be collecting donations. Do not think that I did not see that bright red nose from a couple miles away helping Santa through the snow. Of course, these warriors taking your calls, 619-578-2615. I would like to now bring in Bianca here to go ahead and talk a little bit about more of other ways that we can give. So how is it that you work specifically with the Warrior Foundation?
So Chris, I might not be Rudolph, but I feel like Santa Claus because we help fundraise for Warrior Foundation Freedom Station through vehicle donations. So you could donate your car, your boat, even your airplane we take in. So we get these gifts of a vehicle, we process them, and then send the funds directly to Warrior Foundation Freedom Station.
And that is something that maybe people don't realize. And here's the thing, some people can maybe be a little cash strapped, but they might have that extra vehicle just lying around, right?
Absolutely. So maybe your neighbor's like, hey, maybe we can get this car out of the driveway. So there's
Yeah.
there's some good reasons to
Yeah.
get rid of it. And, we'll pick it up for free and there's a tax deduction attached to it. So it's a win-win situation. You get to support this great organization and then you get a tax deduction with that.
So how did you become involved with the Warrior Foundation?
I met Sandy about 5 years ago and I went to the first Warrior Station 1 and was in tears by all of the great work that she had put into building and putting the station together, and I was just attached. So I live in San Diego. This organization is near and dear to my heart, and I love what they do, and I will continue to help them fundraise and be the Santa Claus for the car donation program.
What would you say to the folks at home who, if they can donate a car, a plane, if they can donate some cash? The folks that are watching our live stream right now, what would you say to them is maybe what gets you going to volunteer here with the Warrior Foundation to work with them?
These vets have served our country and we can give back, and if you can, maybe you don't have a cash gift, but the best thing you could do is support. So if you have a vehicle that you no longer use, don't trade it in, don't try to sell it on Craigslist, donate it. You get a tax write-off, we'll pick it up and send the proceeds to this great organization.
And there's so many great stories. I mean, that's the one thing about the Warrior Foundation that I tell folks about all the time is that when you're here, when you interact with the Warriors who then go on to either work for the Warrior Foundation or they're here, they're volunteering, they live here, you see firsthand the work that's being done.
They've done some vehicle donation spots for us too. So the Warriors are just amazing people. They are great, and if we can help them, pick up the phone and support.
So where can people go if they would like to donate we know that there's a number, but there's also a website that's pretty easy.
Let's make it easy because there's enough numbers going around today. So just go to the website, donate your car. There's a ways to give drop down, and on there is a ways to donate your car. So drop down ways to give and select donate your car.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for helping us out this morning. Again, guys, a number of different ways to give. WarriorFoundation.org. We'll give you that number one more time, 619-578-2615. That is specifically for the Give-a-thon today. We're going to come back to our reindeers. We have another Rudolph. I do not remember there being two Rudolphs in that song, but you know what? We do today because we want you to see that bright red light, and we want you to donate. And that is what today is all about, helping these men and women get connected, obviously, with their families for the holidays, be it where they are or back home. We're going to focus here real quick one more time here on how it is that you can give. We're going to watch these reindeers as these phones begin to ring.
I thought it was like some sort of performing troupe.
All right, you know that sound right there. Cowbells, come on now, let's get excited here. We've got our reindeers that have been working the phones, answering your calls, waiting for those donations to come in here for the Warrior Foundation Freedom Station. Again, guys, 619-578-2615. If it's loud when you call, that's a good sign. That means that donations are coming in, that we are closer and closer to our goal of connecting the men and women of the military who might be injured, who might be ill, reconnecting them with their families one way or another, either getting them home or getting their family to them. So I want to bring in Colonel Mitch Guard here, to talk a little bit more about the work that you do with Wounded Warriors specifically.
Yes. So I'm the commanding officer of Wounded Warrior Battalion West, where the active duty, wounded, ill, and injured are assigned to me. So I'm responsible for any Marine that is west of the Mississippi all the way out to the Pacific. And so if they are injured in combat, if they are injured in training or out on the streets or diagnosed with a severe illness, they are assigned to me.
So you're working a lot with the men and women that we're talking about, yes, reconnecting with their families. So for now, we're able to make that connection so that the people at home can see now and hear from you directly. What does getting those warriors home mean for them?
Yes, it's all about supporting that Marine and putting the care around them. It's a team effort. It's a community. It's the Marine Corps. It's the Navy, and it's family. And so not one of those work independently. So here at the battalion, we wrap our arms around them to give them the care and recovery that we can provide here, but getting them home for the holidays during a time where they're injured, wounded, and ill, something that's life-changing, they need that supportive family for sure.
And what does that do for their morale? We've heard from a number of the different warriors who have been helped here that you're going through something so physically demanding, it becomes mentally challenging, and so your morale can suffer, understandably.
Absolutely. It is all about keeping them motivated. Recovery is not a painless path, and staying on top of their recovery, getting better, takes a full effort, and the morale to get home, see family, be able to take part of those home traditions lifts their spirit and keeps them motivated.
How big of an impact does an organization like Warrior Foundation Freedom Station make on your goals and your own things that you are trying to achieve, your own mission?
Yes, it's all about the Marine. It's the recovery and the care for those Marines, and the community support to that is essential. Something that all Marines go through is that transition from service to civilian life. For the warriors of Wounded Warrior Battalion, it's even that much more challenging. And so the support that we get through the community to help them out in that transition is essential. Most Marines are challenged in that transition, but then to add a wound, ill, or injured aspect to that makes it that much more difficult, and making sure that they are, again, arms wrapped around, helping them through that challenge in this time is essential.
Well, Colonel, thank you so much. I really appreciate everything that you've done. Thank you so much for your service as well, too. And again, I think that was such a great perspective to talk about the individual warriors within that wounded battalion. Again, this is the foundation that helps connect them with their family and also adjusting back to that civilian life. This is a mission that goes on 365 days a year. Today is the Give-a-thon for the holidays. That's why I've got my tie on. That's why we've got reindeers. That's why we are asking for your holiday cheer to come in the form of a donation. But this is work that goes on, so you do still have the opportunity to go ahead and make a monthly donation so that it is going beyond, of course, just the holiday season. And Luis, I'm going to bring you in here one more time because everybody wants to know this work goes beyond just this Give-a-thon. People can set up monthly donations, correct?
They absolutely can, and that makes it can be as little as $5 a month. That does make a difference, and it will help the guys and gals all the way through the whole year. And if you do make a monthly donation, then we're giving out these collectible challenge coins, and if anybody's in the military, they know all about them. You can have a challenge coin or you can have a t-shirt, because we're super grateful to anybody who makes a monthly donation. So yeah, give us a call. We're all ready. I think, oh, well, they're all pretty busy, but yeah, give us a call. We're ready.
That's awesome, Louise. Thank you so much for everything today. And yeah, so when you don't hear a lot going on, that means they're on the phone. They're taking your call. They're speaking with you. You're on the line with the Warrior. And then when you hear those cowbells, like we've been hearing, that means those donations are coming in. We're going to be here all day, okay? This is not something that is going to end. This is going to be something that continues. This mission, of course, this Give-a-thon throughout all of today. We're going to be taking your calls, warriorfoundation.org as well, too. But we are going to end this right now. We are going to go back to work. We're going to go answer those calls. We're going to continue to grab a couple more interviews, and we are going to have full coverage today, both here on our streaming channel, on our website, CBS 8. Continue to watch in as we continue to see how it is the Warrior Foundation continues its mission here to get the men and women in the military that are injured, that are ill, that are wounded, back home for the holidays with their family, reunited with their loved ones. Thank you, San Diego.